Hey, young people. Welcome to week 1, day 3 of Latin. Today is April 1st, which means, you guessed it, it's the Veneralia. The Veneralia was an ancient Roman festival that was celebrated on the 1st of April. Its origins date back to 220 BC. There was a young lady who was the daughter of a Roman nobleman, and she was riding into Rome on horseback, and she was struck by lightning. And the lightning hit her so hard that it knocked her clothes off. The Romans said, all right, that's really weird. We better ask the oracle about this. So they went to the Sibylline oracle, and the oracle told them it was because the Romans were having sexual misdeeds and misadventures. And so the Romans had a little bit of introspection and investigation, and they discovered that there were 3 Vestal virgins that had been sleeping with Roman noblemen. So the first step was they had to punish the individuals accordingly. Nobody really writes specifically what happened to the noblemen and the Vestal virgins in question, but typically if a Vestal virgin broke her vow of chastity, she was killed. So one can imagine. Anyway, after that, they had to make amends with the gods for their sexual impropriety, so they created the Veneralia. The Veneralia was dedicated, if you look at the name, to the goddess Venus, and it was set on April 1st of every year, because April was the month dedicated to Venus. Every year during the Veneralia, the priestesses would get a statue of Venus that was fully clothed, and they would take it down to the men's public baths, strip it naked, and wash it as though it were a real person, and then parade it around the city. This isn't an April Fool's joke. This is what they actually did. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to post the quiz on the present subjunctive forms. You don't necessarily need to take it tomorrow, but you can take it starting tomorrow. So this assignment today is intended just to get you ready for that quiz. If you look at this assignment on Edsby, it says you're going to be given a list of verbs. All of the verbs are in the present indicative. They're all indicative. And you are going to convert them all to the subjunctive. It says transform each verb, each present indicative verb, into a present subjunctive verb. Be sure that each verb keeps the same person, number, and voice. That's important because that's exactly what you're going to be doing on the quiz. Note that the conjugation of the verb is provided just as it will be on the quiz. So I'll give you a verb, like number 1, occupo, and I'll give you a conjugation. It'll say first conjugation next to it. So let's form the subjunctive for this. I set this assignment up with fillable forms, and it didn't come out as well as I expected. It might be kind of annoying to fill in, but I was trying to simplify things. If this form isn't usable for you, if the formatting doesn't work, or if you just prefer to do it some other way, whatever, convert it to a PDF, take a screen cap of it, print it out, and just do it by hand and take a picture of it. I don't care what form you do. For occupo, I would start with the stem for this. The stem is the word minus the ending in this case. For occupo, because it's a first person singular first conjugation, there's no stem letter. So the stem is simply OCC UP. Occup. And then you have to put a personal ending in. I'm going to leave a space in the word. The first person singular personal ending, if it's present indicative, is an O. But if it's present subjunctive, remember you don't use the O anymore. You use the letter M. Instead of OST, must descent, it's MST, must descent. All right, well, Akabum isn't really a word in Latin. So I'm going to paste in here. This is the same chart that I showed you yesterday, where it shows you the breakdown of all of the conjugations and the corresponding subjunctive vowels or subjunctive stem letters that go with them. So if it's first conjugation, what am I going to put between the stem, akup, and the ending, m? Well, it's first conjugation, so it's going to be the letter E. So it's akupem. Then translate the verb. If you're not sure what the verb means, you can look it up on Wiktionary. Occupo, occupare. One of the primary definitions is to be busy. It can also mean to occupy. I use occupy because it's simpler. So it's going to be somebody occupies. Well, it's first person singular. It has that M ending, so it's going to be I occupy. But also remember, now we've made it occupem is subjunctive. So it's I should occupy. For number 2, invideris. Go up until the ending in stem letter, and that's your stem. So it's in wid. I'm going to put a space, and I'm just going to copy the personal ending over. Ris, ar ris ter murminientur. It's just a passive ending. And then it says here that it's second conjugation. So if I look up here, second conjugation, the subjunctive vowels that you insert are E and A. So this converts to invidiaris. Invidiaris. When you translate it, it has that ris ending. Ar ris ter murminientur. It's second person singular, so it's going to be you. Invideo is to be jealous. So you are jealous. But remember that it's subjunctive. So it's you should be jealous would be how you would translate this. Go through these through number 16. I tried to get a variety of each conjugation so you could get used to it, whether it's first, second, third IO, or fourth conjugation. Complete this filling in the document or whatever format you prefer. Upload it to Edsby on directly to the assessment posting, and that'll be it for today. Tomorrow I'll post a little review thing talking about the format of the quiz, and tomorrow, probably late, I'll post the present subjunctive quiz. Have a good day. Hey young people, welcome back. This is week 1, day 2 of Latin 1. Yesterday, in day 1, you learned there's this thing called the imperfect tense. The word imperfect is a little tricky because we use it in English, but it means a completely different thing.
Daddy,
In Latin,
I got 1,409 calories burned.
Alright, give me a high five. Good job.
We got too much calories in. Look how skinny I am.
That makes one of us.
I have to be the skinniest one in the house, right, Daddy? I have to be the skinniest one in the house.
Well, somebody's got to be.
I am, because I'm working out and got lots of calories. I got.
All right, good job. I got to get back to work. Thank you for the high five.
No, it's a snap five.
All right, that was funny. Anyway, This document that I'm showing you here, this is on EDSB, and this is going to be the assignment for